Kamala was a total disaster yesterday, and at every other interview, she's been just a free fall. I don't know what the hell's going on. She can't do an interview. She doesn't want to do them. Something's wrong. Let's just take a look. Let me just see. We have a little video. You know, we spend all the money on these screens. We want to use them a little bit. Let's play it just for a second. Thank you.
The Kamala word of the day is clearly story.
It is your story and the story of our friends before you is really, that's the American story, right? In telling your story and being so strong in the way you do it. And both of these stories, for you to tell these stories, this story is a story that is sadly not the only story.
That's not what you want. That's not what you want. Kamala and her group have seen what's happening to their campaign, and it's not going well for them. And they would like, just announced a little while ago as I was coming off the plane, they would like to do another debate. Although, good entertainment value. A lot of people say, oh, do it, it's great entertainment. I've already done two. One with Crooked Joe Biden at CNN, and the other one with Kamala on ABC. CNN was very fair, I thought. Joe was driven out of the race. It was a coup, by the way, but he was driven out of the race. And they've been widely criticized by the radical left lunatics for all of the fairness. They were very fair. In other words, they won't be fair again because they took a lot of abuse from the radical left. ABC was 3-on-1. But I was given credit for having done a very, very good job. I appreciate that. We did a great job. It was 3-on-1. The problem with another debate is that it's just too late. Voting has already started. She's had her chance to do it with Fox. You know, Fox invited us on, and I waited, and they turned it down. But now she wants to do a debate right before the election with CNN because she's losing badly. You know, it's like a fighter. She sees the pulse. She sees what's happening. She's losing badly. But it's like a fighter who goes into the ring and gets knocked out. The first thing he says is, I want a rematch. I want a rematch. And I won all of the primaries. Remember, she won none. She went into no primary. She got no votes. Biden, in all fairness, I'm no fan. But in all fairness to him, he got 14 million votes. She got none. She's done one debate. I've done two. It's too late to do another. I'd love to in many ways, but it's too late. The voting is cast. The voters are out there immediately. Is everybody voting? Please get out and vote. I would rather see one-day voting, paper ballots, voter ID, and proof of citizenship. And we have a nice, honest election. We have one state, you go forever. I mean, it's like for 2.5 months, and then they have the right to delay the count for weeks and weeks. The whole thing is crazy. We're going to get it changed. We got to get in. When we get in, we're going to get this craziness changed. Everyone knows that Kamala Harris cannot explain how she would make your life better because it's really her policies that have destroyed this country in the last 3 years. She was the border czar. Now she says she wasn't the border czar. It doesn't matter. She was in charge of the border, put there by sleepy Joe Biden. He wanted to go to the beach. She said, I don't have time. I got to go to the beach and sleep. Who the hell sleeps on camera? You have cameras watching. I don't want to ever fall asleep on live television. Kamala Harris cost your family $28,000 in higher prices. Last month alone, she lost, think of this, last month they lost, in this country, 438,000 full-time jobs. That's a government number, including 24,000 manufacturing jobs. That's last month. And the interest rates are lowered for political reasons, but they're also lowered because the country is not doing well. We would rather have you as president, think of this, if you would rather have me as president or, okay, let's do this. Let's do a poll. You ready? Who wants Trump as president? I'm shocked. Is there anyone brave enough to raise your hand? Who wants Kamala as president? I'm looking for one brave soul. That would be very brave. Who would you rather have as your president? Radical liberal Kamala Harris, who created the worst economy in your lifetime? It's the worst economy that we've ever had under them. Or the businessman who created the greatest economy in the history of our country and in the history of the world. We created the greatest. Kamala Harris is promising war on American energy. Oh, she's after energy. Oh, she's after it. You know what they did? She came in, they closed up all of the energy. The prices started going crazy, so Biden started screaming, get back to what Trump was doing. But as soon, if they won this election, the day after they win, your energy prices are going to double and triple. You know that. The largest tax hikes on families in American history is what they say, the largest small business tax hikes in American history, and the most crippling regulations in American history. All of this is shutting down power plants and banning gasoline-powered cars and trucks. Would anybody like to drive, on occasion, a beautiful gasoline-driven car? We want a gasoline-powered. Now, they do have a new one, hydrogen. The problem is it tends to blow up every once in a while, and you go many, many blocks in the air. You say, what happened with... So that's a little bit early. But we want new technology. We want hybrids. We want a lot of things. Under the Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half within, mark it down, and you can get very angry at me if we don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half. We have more liquid gold under our feet than anybody else. And we will rapidly defeat inflation. So inflation is a misnomer because the inflation's now getting stabilized because our country is doing badly. But the prices have been driven up here, and people can't afford the groceries. I told the story the other day. A woman, sort of elderly woman who was sad, goes up to the counter, register, puts 3 apples on, and then realizes she can't afford it. And she took 1 apple, brought it back into the refrigeration, came back, and she took 2 apples. That shouldn't be happening in this country. That shouldn't be happening.